Alright, time to start fresh and new with the 1995 PC version of Jeopardy! After a very successful game of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire for the second edition for the PC, in which I'm now a super millionaire with over $10 million.
This is Jeopardy!
I still have Ready Unknown Fox as a guest.
Welcome to Jeopardy! Let's begin our game.
Which I'll agree to be Vince Thompson this time. Taking on Ted Smith, we'll have him be a beanie. And Carmen Lopez, she'll be a beanie. Let's go!
My name's Ted Smith. I'm a print journalist with a major weekly news magazine. I love my job, and I spend my spare time studying the day's events from Washington.
Hello, my name is Carmen Lopez. I write movie scripts. And to tell the truth, I spend most of my free time in front of the TV.
All right, contestants, let's begin round one.
South
There's
America.
one daily double on the board. And
Show
here are the
tunes.
categories.
Tools, American history, perfume and cologne, and finally, familiar phrases. Okay.
Good luck. Contestant number one, we'll start with you.
South America. Oh, dang it. South America for 100.
The answer is
This Argentine city has South America's largest port.
contestant number one.
What is Buenos Aires?
You are correct.
South America 200.
Contestant number one.
This 19th century general was known as the George Washington of South America.
Contestant number
I
one.
did a paper over him last semester. Who is Simon Bolivar?
You are correct.
South America 300.
Contestant number one. Here is the clue.
Although no longer a part of Colombia, this isthmus appears on his coat of arms.
Contestant number one.
What is Panama? The isthmus of Panama, yep.
Good job. Contestant
South
number
America for
one.
400. This large country leads the world in the production of coffee and oranges.
Contestant number one.
What is Brazil?
Yes.
South America for 500.
Correct. Contestant number one.
It wasn't until 1951 that the real source of this Venezuelan river was discovered.
Contestant number one.
What is the Orinoco River?
Yes, that's correct. Contestant number
Show
one.
tunes for 100.
Here is the clue.
Button up this when the wind is free. Take good care of yourself. You belong to me.
Contestant number one.
What is your overcoat?
Yes,
Show tunes for
that's
200.
correct. Contestant number one.
Title line following, we met at 9, we met at 8. I was on time. No, you were late. Ah, yes.
Contestant number one.
What is It's Love?
Sorry.
No.
Contestant number three.
What is I Remember It Well?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's correct. Contestant number
Show
three.
tunes for 300. I'm gonna sit right down and do this and make believe it came from you.
Contestant
What
number
is
one.
Write Myself a Letter? Show tunes for 300.
Right. Contestant number one.
Song that begins, things look swell, things look great, gonna have the whole world on a plate.
Contestant number
What is
one.
Everything's Coming Up Roses? Oh, shoot. Yeah.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
that's
Show
correct.
tunes for 500.
Contestant number one.
Gonna build a mountain from one of these.
Contestant number two.
What is A Little Hope? Wrong!
Oh, I'm sorry. That's wrong.
You willy whacker.
Contestant number 3.
What is darn? It's wrong.
Oh, sorry. That's not right.
Well, both players are in the hole. I'm the only player with any money. I have 2,100. And I'm going to stay at 2,100 because I ain't got a clue. A little hill.
Contestant number
Tools
1.
for 100. A hammer with a large head or a piece of croquet paraphernalia.
Contestant number 1.
What is a mallet?
Yes.
Tools for 200.
That's correct. Contestant number 1. The answer there is...
Okay. To use the miter type of this cutting tool, you might need a special box.
Contestant number 1.
What is a saw?
Yes.
Tools
That's
300.
correct. Contestant number 1.
The name of this bevel edge tool is also a verb meaning to cheat.
Contestant number 2.
What is chisel?
You are correct.
Yep.
Contestant number 2.
Tools for 400. Type of these include open end, box, and pipe.
Contestant number 2.
What are wrenches? Yeah.
Yes. That's correct. Contestant number 2.
Tools for 500. It's a string with a weight on the end, and it's used to judge if something is straight up and down.
Contestant number 3.
What is a plumb line?
You are
Yep.
correct. Contestant number 3.
American History 100. This organization that sends volunteers to developing countries was made part of Action in 1971.
Contestant number 2.
What is UNICEF?
Sorry.
Wrong!
Contestant number 3.
What is Red Cross?
Sorry. Incorrect.
Next!
Anyone else?
I don't really know this one, so I'm going to stay right where I'm at. The Peace Corps.
Contestant number
American
3.
History 200. Only 6 mourners attended the 1809 funeral of this author of Common Sense.
Contestant number 1.
Who is Thomas Paine? American History 300.
Correct. Contestant number 1.
The nullification controversy of 1828 to 33 focused on whether these could nullify federal laws. Jay, where are your manners?
Contestant number 2.
Order assemblies? Wrong!
Oh, sorry.
What's that?
Right.
You're reading that wrong
Contestant
answer.
number 3.
Good answer. What are Supreme Court justices?
Sorry.
Wrong! And both computer players are back in the hole again.
What is that for the science mandate?
No, the states.
Contestant number
American
1.
History 400. The Molly Maguires were a 19th century secret organization of these workers.
Contestant number 2.
What are anthracite coal miners?
You are
Yep.
correct. Contestant number 2.
American History 500. Daily Double. He can only risk up to 500, which is exactly what he's going to do. And here's the clue. In 1954, this father of the atomic bomb had his security clearance revoked. Who is J. Robert Oppenheimer? He's
Yes.
the one.
That's correct. Contestant number
Perfume
2.
and cologne for 100. There's now a fragrance named for this store where Holly Golightly liked to breakfast. Oh no.
Contestant number 3.
What is Bloomingdale's? Wrong.
Sorry, incorrect. Anyone else? Contestant number 1.
What is Tiffany's?
You are
Yeah.
correct.
Perfume and cologne 200.
Contestant number 1.
Geraniol and citronellol are the principal odorous constitutes of attar of these flowers.
Contestant number 3.
What are roses? Oh yeah.
Yes, that's correct. Contestant number
Perfume
3.
and cologne for... No, familiar phrases for 100. It often precedes Alec and money. Alec and money.
Contestant number 1.
What is smart?
Yes,
Familiar phrases
that's
200.
correct. Contestant number 1. The answer there is...
Any musician can tell you that he who pays this person calls the tune.
Contestant number 1.
Who is the piper?
Yes,
Familiar phrases
that's
for
correct.
300.
Contestant number 1.
This lupine phrase means to howl a false alarm.
Contestant number 1.
What is cry wolf?
Yes,
Familiar phrases
that's
400.
correct. Contestant number 1.
Scotch whiskey that was hidden in the Highlands was once called this kind of dew.
Contestant number 2.
What is Mountain Dew? Oh yeah.
You are correct. Contestant number 2.
Familiar phrases 500. Some folks are as nervous as one of these. It's also the title of a Tennessee Williams play.
Contestant number 3.
What is a cat on a hot tin roof?
Yes, that's correct. Contestant number 3.
Perfume and cologne for 300. Russian coriander and Malaysian pepper add spice to this Dior perfume with a venomous name.
Contestant number 1.
What is poison?
Yes.
Perfume and
that's
cologne
correct.
400.
Contestant number 1. The answer is...
The name of this Max Factor fragrance is French for the garden.
Contestant number 1.
What is Le Jardin?
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
that's the last clue.
Contestant number 1.
Appropriately, this men's cologne with an English name celebrated its silver anniversary in 1990.
Contestant number 3.
What is British sterling?
You
Yep,
are correct.
now for double Jeopardy.
Now for the double Jeopardy round, with 2
Astronomy?
doubles somewhere on the board.
Business and
in
industry.
these categories.
Classical music, history, horses, and finally, writers. But first things first, writers is in quotation marks, which means each right answer begins with the letter W. But we better stop right now because my camera's low on battery, so I gotta switch the batteries.